Andre Ward defeats Paul Smith via 9th round TKO. Smith's corner threw in the towel because he was taking a beating and his face was cut to shreds in what was basically a glorified sparring session. Let's be real. Andre Ward looked okay, I guess, fairly sharp against a very fat, overweight Paul Smith, who's coming up from super middleweight, and he was a small super middleweight to begin with. And it was very slow in there and what have you. So against someone of Paul Smith's stature, Ward looked fairly sharp, but you're not really going to know how sharp he is until he goes in there with someone that's similar to him in terms of size and athleticism. But there's really not much to say other than that. He beat him up. He did what he had to do. Smith landed a few shots here and there when Ward got a little overconfident or a little sloppy. But other than that, there's nothing else to say. We have to see Ward in with some better competition. His last fight against Edwin Rodriguez was a much better standard of opposition than Paul Smith. So we'll see where he goes. It's likely that he's going to go back down to 168 pounds for now. There's a possible fight there with James DeGale, which some people might feel is interesting. So let me know how you felt about this performance. I know a lot of people looking at this are going to say that Kovalev or maybe even Stevenson would destroy Andre Ward at 175 pounds. And maybe they would, particularly Kovalev, at this point in time. But that remains to be seen. I'm not saying he would. I'm just saying maybe he would. That remains to be seen. But because they're going to look at it and say, well, Kovalev would have knocked out Paul Smith in a round or two, which I'm sure he would. But that is an indication of what he would do against Andre Ward, because Andre Ward's noted as not being a puncher. He's not going to knock anyone out, or very few people. He obviously stopped Smith, but it was late in the fight and it was more to do with cuts and just overwhelming Smith. So, and Smith's been stopped before by George Groves and James DeGale, who did it much quicker. So there's no point looking at that and saying, well, he should have got Smith out in 2 rounds, and because he didn't, he can't beat Kovalev. Boxing don't work like that. Andre Ward is a guy who beats you on points. So it is what it is. Anyway, drop your comments below. Let me know how you felt about the fight or the sparring session, because that's really what it was, and where you see Andre Ward going from here. I'd like to see the DeGale fight, to be honest. If Carl Froch is not going to fight again, he's not going to fight GGG or anyone else, or Ward or Smith, I'd like to see Andre Ward fight DeGale and then maybe see DeGale move up to 175 pounds after that fight, assuming he beats DeGale. So yeah, drop your comments in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.